Hi, my name is Miriam Bogler and I'm the founder and CEO of Project Pulse. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the content library. Every asset that students add to the project is stored in the content library and can be repurposed in multiple tabs or projects. The content library also allows searching for assets by name. Let's assume that I want to create a compare and contrast table that will show the differences between amphibians and reptiles along different categories such as classification, blood type, and birth. I have previously created a component for amphibians with their characteristics and created a component for reptiles with their characteristics. I don't want to rewrite these characteristics. I want to reuse what I did. This is where the content library can help me accomplish my goal. I will access the Operations tool palette and select the first tool, which is the content library. When it opens, it displays all projects assets that have been added recently under the recent category. When these project assets overflow, they will be stored under their respective category, namely text boxes, questions, components, events, analysis. Each asset stored is color-coded with the user's color as shown in the circle surrounding their image, and therefore indicates that it was created by that user. Assets in the recent category are mixed together and therefore classified by their type. In order to reuse an asset, user needs to click on its arrow and select either the copy to workspace option or copy to another project, blue button, based on the user's target. So let's say that I want to add another category such as living to my table. I will look for that category. I can search for it. I can actually type in here living, and there it is. I will click on the arrow and I will add it by copy to workspace and drop it on the workspace. I will resize it to fit my needs. And place it underneath birth here. To fill out my table, I need to find characteristics of amphibians and reptiles that reflect their classification, their blood type, their birth, and living. I already know that I listed those characteristics in each of the respective components. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to access the components in my content library. I'm going to look for amphibians and open it up. Underneath, I will see a list of characteristics. The first characteristic fits my classification because it says amphibians are small vertebrates. So I'm going to click on its three dots and select copy to workspace as a text box. So I'm going to click, and there it is. Now I'm going to resize it to fit my table and place it next to classification under amphibians. Now I'm going to do the same to find the one that fits reptiles. So again, going to the content library, going to components, looking for reptiles, and finding the first characteristic that fits that, which is reptiles are also vertebrates. So what I'm going to do is click again, copy to workspace's text box, and this time I'm going to fit it underneath reptiles, showing how similar they are because they are both vertebrates. I can also format it maybe to show the difference, so I can give them each separate colors. And maybe these I'm going to format and give it a more green color. And keep doing it until I finish all the characteristics that are needed, the differences in blood type, the birth and living, and voila, I have a table ready for me. This is how you can repurpose content that you have created previously and create a new representation of the information. Thanks, and I hope that this helped you understand how to use the content library.